Hi, Denise Dryden here from Big Fork, Montana today. I was down here last night to play on the lake. This is Flathead Lake behind me, and did some dancing, did some playing, did some kumwe this morning, which is a meditative practice of paying attention to the small details inside your body, and it was fabulous. So I have to stay close to Wi-Fi, so sometimes these spots aren't as absolutely gorgeous as they could be, but still, look at the day out here. It's fabulous. So I want to talk about on-track and off-track skills. And what those really are finding out what systems within our bodies tell us when we're going the right way or when we're going the wrong way, right? So in the mid-'80s, I took a personal growth program called Insight. It was out of Philadelphia, and there's a few programs like that around the country, sort of came out of EST and the Forum and all of those guys, but this was a softer version. And one of the skills that we worked on a lot was walking down a path towards our future and envisioning on track or off track. And their perspective was that we were going to find out what that meant for us. So I've taken that like oodles further, right, in my coaching practice. And so an on-track and off-track skill is a way of identifying a part within your body, whether it's a shoulder, whether it's like that clenching of the jaw, whether that's the way that your hands clench up or your shoulders go up like in fight or flight. And when that's present, go, uh-oh, why is that present? What am I going to do with that? And then find ways, as we've talked about in several of these previous videos, to do some self-soothing, to sort of relax it. And then go, wow, am I going the right way? Am I on track or am I off track, right? And so it's about checking in with the body and using a tool to sort of say, is this the direction I want to go? Or is this the direction? So why do we want to know what these on track, off track skills are all about? What I noticed is that when we get stressed, we shatter, right? We shatter, we forget who we are, we're doing too many things, and my notes just went out the window. They're over there. I might jump down and go grab them, I might not. So we shatter. And the analogy I use a lot with my coaching families is that, do you remember Terminator? 1984, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, just some beautiful, fun stuff, sci-fi, of where the future comes back to prevent the birth of John Connor, who's going to save the world, right? So the guys that come back have this ability to take a hit. Wow, a huge truck just went by. To take a hit, to shatter into all of these little liquid pieces or metal pieces or whatever, and then you watch them sort of come back into form, right? And we've talked about this, come back into form. Well, what happens when we're stressed is we don't have any vehicles to come back. We don't know what to do. And so when we're parenting and we've got a 14-year-old going, Mom, 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 I want to go to the movies. Mom, I want to go to the movies. And you're trying to juggle a phone call, or you're trying to figure out what you want to eat for dinner, how you're going to feed these people, right? Or you're on a tight schedule and you've got that incessant mom, mom. What happens is when we disconnect and we don't trust ourselves and we go into fear and we go into doubt and we go into second guessing, or even that like compromise, which is, if I just say yes right now, just say yes, all this noise will go away for 10 minutes, half an hour, maybe even if he goes to the movie for 2 or 3 hours. But that doesn't address the fact that there's something that happens in you where you freeze and you don't know what to do. So when a situation comes up and you're not sure what to do, when you're in fear, when you're in doubt, when you're in scattered thinking, when you felt like there's been an emotional attack coming at you, or that there's too much pressure coming in from one direction and you don't know what to do, close your eyes and check in and say, what part of my body is yelling at me right now? Can you feel it? Can you pay attention to that? And then if it's talking to me right now, what is it saying? Stop? There we are, we're back. So what I want you to do is just take that pause and check in with the part of your body. The other thing that I've talked about as a tool is using your body as a pendulum, which is, find a spot where you can just sort of hold on to a counter, hold on to a desk, hold on, even put your hand on the wall, and close your eyes and say, if I want to know what yes feels like in my body, could you show me? And you have to get really still for this, because your body will talk to you. And then, like for me, I will always fall forward onto my toes as a yes. And then I'm like, wow, really? That's how it works. Okay. So when I fall forward, is that a yes? And then I'll close my eyes and my body will fall forward, and I'm like, cool. Now we have this tool, which is sort of like Marco Polo, or on course, off course, which is this in my highest interest? Now I also do the same thing and put my hand on the wall and say, if that's a yes, what does a no feel like? And then I'll close my eyes and I'll fall back immediately. And, and I'll go, oh, right. So just to confirm, when I close my eyes and I ask for a no, am I going to fall back? And then, and just show me what no feels like again, and I'll fall back. And so sometimes I'll be in the middle of a conversation or in the middle of a coaching session, and I'm like thinking, my mind wants to take it and run with it, the facts, the information, the quick decision. And then I'll sort of go, is it in my highest interest to do that? And I can feel my body sway, right? And it tells me, oh, yeah, that's this getting in the way of holding space for this family. And then I'll catch it. And so what it does is it makes it look like I'm not so alone out there fighting all of these decisions all the time. And I have an ability to make some choices. And this is a really important tool to bring forward right now, because as we go each day, like it's only 6 days since the eclipse, and I think some of us are still feeling that lack of motivation to sort of jump back into the old things that didn't work. Sort of the resistance, like, oh, that was really stressful, I don't want to go back to that yet. And we're sort of easing ourselves in, or if you're in my case, you're just totally ungrounded most of the time, going like, all I want to do is just be in the moment and not plan right now. But these are pieces that came up from the eclipse. And so honor that. And when you're at a choice point, when you have to make a decision and you're not sure, use these on-track or off-track tools. This is the kind of stuff that I do in coaching. And if this is something you're interested in, call me, ask me. You can find me on DeniseDrydenCoaching.com, and I would love to chat with you about this. We'll pour ourselves a cup of tea and we'll have a conversation about what this might look like. So you take care, have a wonderful Sunday, have a wonderful week, and enjoy this sunshine. The flowers behind me and Flathead Lake just majestically presenting itself today. Take care. Bye-bye.